Hello, this is Andrea with Glitzy Bubbly. Today we're gonna be talking about deadlines. If you're a bride, please listen carefully to this video because it has a lot of secrets and tips for you, and I'm super excited to be sharing. Well, when you are planning your celebration, your wedding, you are gonna most likely be dealing with a lot of vendors, and here is why knowing how much time you have to plan your celebration is so important. Not only you need to know when your celebration is happening and how much time you have, because let's be honest, in many cases when you go to see a wedding vendor, you're not gonna be walking out with your mind set about the services you are gonna be hiring. This is not because the vendor fails to tell you. The vendors are usually very clear, and they are clear about the services that they offer and their availability. But the thing is, you may not be sure about what you want. And then when you finally decide and you go back, it turns out that this person is booked. And then you're back to square one. Another thing that happens with deadlines is if you decide to buy your wedding gown at a bridal shop. So there you do the whole thing with the wedding gown and trying it on and finding that gown that completely blows you away and is gonna blow your future hubby away as well, and you look absolutely gorgeous and you say, yes, this is the one I wanted. And what happens is that many times you're gonna need alterations. Many times this gown is gonna have to be ordered, so you're not gonna be walking out of that bridal shop with your wedding gown the very same day. So this is something that I want you to do and to consider whenever you are visiting and meeting wedding vendors. Be very clear about your needs, because the vendor needs to know. If you already have a theme set, if you have a color palette set, the best thing that you can do when visiting wedding vendors is go, I don't know, with pictures or maybe with a swatch if you already have buy your gown, or you need to be very clear and as visual as possible with wedding vendors so you do not encounter any sort of complications. So be aware of the timeline, your own timeline, but also these vendor deadlines that may be a little secret or unknown to you. So when you're planning appointments, be very clear about what you want, what you need, and make sure that you're clear on how long it's gonna take that vendor to fulfill that need that you have. So this was just a little for your information video. Working with wedding vendors or any sort of vendor is absolutely wonderful. They are all lovable and they always have your best interest in mind. But you need to be very clear about, as I'm saying before, what you want, what you need, and be very clear about how this timeline is going to be fulfilled by the vendor as well, and if it's possible to fulfill it. Sometimes, it's not a perfect match. Even though the vendor goes the extra mile for you, the timeline, it's really hard to manage sometimes. So just for your information, I hope that you come to the blog and come and comment. Let me know your thoughts about this subject. I will see you next.